Okay, we've learned to calculate break even and safety margin. And contribution margin. So that's super cool. Now we're going to use it to look at our safety margins and our target income. Remember, this is our buffer. So if let me see, on our last page, our break even on product A was 1,000 units. Well, if I have to make 1,000 units to cover all my costs, I'm not going to go tell my sales team, go sell 1,000 units. I'm going to tell them to sell something more than that, right? Because what if they don't meet their target? The worst I can do is fire them. And that doesn't get me out of trouble for not making, for losing money. So I'm going to want to have some sort of buffer. So the first thing we do is we just have to calculate our safety margin or contribution margin and contribution margin per unit. Should be percentage. Again, okay. So remember, contribution margin is sales minus variable cost, and contribution margin percentage is contribution margin divided by sales. All right. And so we're just going to copy and paste. All right. So now, in this first scenario, we're going to calculate our margin of safety in dollars. So it's going to be total sales dollars divided or minus break-even sales dollars. Okay, so our break-even sales dollars from the previous page was 100,000. We'll just grab that number. You'll have to do this in your homework too. So those of you watching all the videos are going to have a leg up on the homework. Okay, and then this is going to be a margin of safety dollars. Definitely going to have to fix this. All right. So our margin of safety dollars is our expected sales. How much we expect to sell. Could also be our actual sales if we're doing this after the fact, minus break even. So for product A, we expect we're going to sell 110,000. My goodness, you have really gone crazy on me, haven't you? Number. All right. So our margin of safety in dollars is going to be 10,000. So, hey, we expect to sell 110. We're going to break even at 100,000. So we expect we're going to have an extra 100,000, which would end up being profit. But that gives us a little bit of breathing room. We'll do the same thing over here. 105,000 is our expected sales minus our break even of 100,000. So 5,000 will be our margin of safety in dollars. All right, what if we want to know our margin of safety as a percentage? So I'm going to copy down our margin of safety in dollars. Oops. And our margin of safety in percentage is our margin of safety dollars divided by our expected sales dollars. So in the case of product A, our margin of safety is we expect we'll have an extra $10,000. When we divide it by our expected sales of 110,000, then our margin of safety is going to be 9%. We're going to have 9% more than we need. That's not exactly how it ends up, but that's the right answer. All right, same thing with product B. 5,000 divided by 105,000 is 4.76%. Okay. Now, if we know our margin of safety and our break-even sales dollars, but we don't know our target sales, so let's say we know our break-even sales are 100,000, and someone comes to me and they say, Professor Black, how much of a margin of safety do we need to bake into the sales forecast for you to sleep at night? And for product A, I go 10%. I need to know we are at least beating break even by 10%. And you say, okay, no problem. So this is going to be target sales equals break even divided by 1 minus our desired safety margin. In this case, $111, $111. Okay, so for me to sleep at night, we need to make our sales forecast be $111,111. For product B, again, it's going to be our break even divided by 1 minus our desired safety margin, or 11%. So this basically would be 100,000 divided by 89%. And so I need, for product B, our forecast to be at least 112,360. Okay, so that takes us through safety margin and target sales. I told you guys this real quick. Next, we're going to do our net income, and I think look at some target income as well. All right.